Hi, and welcome to the Intuality AI podcast. I'm Dr. Howard Rankin, along with Grant Rainier, founder and chairman of Intuality AI. We're not actually coming to you from the Oval Office, but we are talking about the Oval Office and specifically some predictions that Intuality AI made prior to the election. Grant, it's good to have you with us. What have you got to show for our viewers?
Okay, Howard. Well, we have, as you've indicated, completed our system in making its predictions of the election. And so we're going to show you those results. And the way to do that is to go to our website screen, which anyone can visit and see the very same things that we're going to show you here. So let me share that with you. Under the button on the navigation bar, you can click on 2020 elections and it will bring you to this page. And under that, you'll see the results of the system and the predictions it's made for this election cycle. The first area up here is basically the predicted electoral college votes 30 days prior to election day. And for 2020, 1 month before November 3rd, in this case, it was predicting Biden to win. And it came up with a total of 279 electoral votes. And he got pretty close to that right around the end of the 3rd or 4th of November. We also wanted to include what it's done in prior elections. It did the same thing in predicting the Trump election in 2016. Indicating that within 30 days prior to that election, it calculated 310 electoral votes. And then back to the second Obama term, it predicted Obama as well for 328 electoral votes. So that's a little bit of history added to what it did for Biden this time around. Now, underneath this, this summary here are all the charts that it is also produced for all the various races around the country, 50 plus of them, for the gubernatorial races, for the various US Senate and state Senate and representative races around the country. And you can go in and see these by just scrolling down and finding your state, for example, and finding the one that will show you with a 30-day, or rather, I think it's about a 60-day advance, up to a 60-day advance prediction of what your race turned out to be. And this was all done prior to the election day, roughly about 1 month prior to that time. So that's what we've got at this point, Howard. I'll let you make any comments you want at this point.
Yeah, it's interesting. I see the New York Times today ran a piece about polling and some misconceptions about polling, and that in fact, some of the polls were very accurate, actually. And I think ours was pretty much on the mark too. Also in these graphs, you'll find graphs for the Georgia Senate runoffs, which will be taking place early January. We need polling data on that. And right now there isn't a whole lot of polling data come out, but as it does, we will be updating both of those Senate runoffs on Intuality AI. So again, if you're interested in looking at these graphs, you can go look at them at IntualityAI.com. We'll welcome you to go look at your state or anything else you want to look at on the prediction site. Anything else, Grant?
Well, I'll just point out these two runoffs that are going to occur on the 5th of January in Georgia. This is currently what the system is predicting. Ossoff having an advantage over Purdue at this point, and we'll see what happens as the results of that runoff come in. And then the other senatorial race in the state of Georgia is here. This includes all of the various people that ran for that office. but it shows, for example, the two that are being talked about, one being Warnick, which is this green curve right here, and the other one being Loeffler, uh, which is a grade line that is buried down under here someplace. And so it'll be interesting to see what happens on those runoffs as well, and to see just how accurate the system is.
Yeah, and just for those looking at those, remember those run out only about a few days, so they're certainly not predictions at this point. They run out to mid-November, about where we are right now. But as we get more data, we'll extend that out, and then we'll be able to make more accurate prediction or a prediction about those two seats. So, Intuality AI, go to the website. There's a lot of interesting stuff there, and it certainly tells you about what Intuality AI is and the concept of intuitive rationality. We are in the middle of writing a book right now about intuitive rationality called Pursuing Spark. And you can look at the opening few pages of that book on the site. Hopefully, you would take a look at it and find it interesting and maybe even a little entertaining. There it is, Pursuing Spark with Intuitive Artificial Intelligence. And as I say, we're in the midst of completing that right now. You can get the first few pages going to that site. Any last words, Grant?
No, I think that we're keeping the system running with live data as it comes in, which is 24/7 basically. And as we get more data coming in from polling organizations, which have sort of stalled in their process of doing additional polls at the moment, but we'll see what happens. We'll keep everything up to date.
Great. So once again, we invite you to visit IntualityAI.com. There's lots of things there that might interest you, specifically those political predictions on those various races that have passed and a couple that are still going. So thank you for watching. We'll see you again next time. Take care.